Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. It's time to go downtown pursuit for the live summon event in the Crew 2. A themed summon featuring events and activities except 3 are taking place in the areas of the Midwest, with most of them in its cities of Chicago, Illinois and Detroit, Michigan. However, the 4 Crown Victoria Interception Unit made its in-game entrance for the summon, but it's not available as a reward for the summon. But it will be purchasable to be part in the bundle event, just like the standard version, limousine, and taxi services of the 4 Crown Victoria. But this will be a 4th version to be labeled as an Interception Unit to be participate in Motorplex events in the chase. So, I guess 3 events in different disciplines along with 3 hypercars as well, and especially to have 3 skills will be coming in to be on any kinds of disciplines, to be on 2 land-based and an airplane will be part of it. So better make sure to have hypercars will be eligible to be on the restrictions, including the 4 Crown Victoria will be listed as well. If you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more. Feel free to enjoy it anytime you want for the entertainment. Now it's time to get ready to start the live summon event, and let's begin. The nighttime cover in the city background with the 4 Crown Victoria is so very good to be welcomed in the Crew 2 as part of the update. 20% discount at $128,239 is available. So better make sure to grab the Jaguar CX-75 concept, Koenigsegg Agera R Drip Edition, and the Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4 is now listed and checked to be used for the preparation. And now, this Interception Unit of the 4 Crown Victoria is about to go cop ready to be driven on the streets. Exclusively to be on Motorplex The Chase in episode 1 on the first season. But this is a very good siren, it is a very good different version as an Interception Unit. But I hope you guys really have a standard version to this car, maybe quite very usable to be doing some customization to be well modified as a cop car. But this one is the real deal, but it doesn't show the top speed and horsepower. We'll be putting up with some installed parts, we'll have a good rebuild. So grab a cop car and get ready to be participate at downtown Detroit before we're about to get the show on the road. Platinum check from American Bikers is doing a best place to have 4 rewards to be collected. And for having a good news, the Indian Scout, the Cruiser Edition is now acquired to your collection to be ended up on rank 3101 first place. Now let's just gonna have to go and collect 4 of them at once, so no need to have Fading Stars Window Tit since I have already got it. Now, next up for having some 4 different set of rewards in Downtown Pursuit. Already checked with some exterior kits with the Koenigsegg Agera R Drip Edition, so it will have to be used for the new players. Catch me under glow in comment, and the Nitro Chemist Boosted for the street race discipline. Only 7 hours left, so I have to make sure to hurry up because a whole lot of busy work schedule, so I have to make sure to do some project preparation to be part of the season for this update in the Crew 2. First up, let's go fly up in the sky for aerobatics at Chicago to be switched up and go flying in the skies onto downtown. But I hope I could probably have to do perfectly to do some figures because many places is going to be a very high rise to be on the buildings. So let's match up the figures. I go, grab the HR3. That's more like it. Just gonna have to fly in on top of the buildings. Clear skies overtake. Okay, very good. Now I'm gonna have to aim towards the next checkpoint until the full stretch. Alright. Looks like aerobatics at downtown Chicago is checked. 1 down, 8 more to go. Piece of cake. Almost to be able to get under onto 49,000. But it was a very good, excellent flying up for having a good downtown start. Next up, gonna have to go onto the outskirts to be at Black Hills for escape. Okay, I just also to be exchange part from the Jaguar CX-75 concept to be well used on the south trip, so just gonna have to borrow temporarily to be used with the Bugatti Depot with the UDRS White Star variant. But anyway, let's just gonna have to go and take a different direction approach if I could probably have to do perfectly like the last time. Just gonna have to do like this. And here comes, for having a good right direction, we'll have to make a good lead towards onto the road. Gonna have to drive away and do some best improvised option before going quicker. Alright, there you go. Gonna have to go quick up as much as I can. Alright, there you go. Sorry about that, folks. I'm just being a little bit downer sometimes. But I can still race, but just don't want to get too much emotional traumatized. I just really don't want to hear about it. But I'll have to make sure to keep me calm. Okay, looks like 3,159 yards. That should be doing perfectly by 20,000. So, skill number 2 is checked. Now, gonna have to go right back onto the options, so I could probably have to use the Nitro Chemist from the depot to the CX-75 concept. Might need to be well used. Parts have been switched. Now, let's go speed trap at Central Coast. Just give me one moment to rub my head. Okay. Just gonna have to do a quick treatment, so I could probably have to get myself together. Alright. Now, this is gonna be the perfect straightaway for having a long quarter-mile run. We all know the drill. Just gonna have to go over onto the starting grid to be on this part of the spot. Just gonna have to sit back and wait for having a good standby moment. There you go. Let's go back to the options and grab my C7 Corvette. Drag race discipline. Mark as favored to be recommended. Alright, here I go. Let's kick it up and burn some smoke. Gonna have to wait for only one pedestrian walking the streets. Never mind that, folks. 2 players accidentally hit me before I'm about to get started. Alright, let's see how it works perfectly. Kick up the nitro and go velocity. Miles per hour for having an update to be on the same location from the last time. Thank you, skill number 3. 100,000 points to be well earned. Now that's drag race to do a speed trap, folks. Wow, looks like so incredible to be on the jump start to be in gold rank. 20,865th place to be climbing up onto platinum. So here comes 6 events is about to go on. But first things first, I'm about to try out the Interception Unit of the Ford Crown Victoria is going to be racing at downtown Detroit. But thankfully, the Nitro Chemist also to be putting up with some preparations after I tried out to have a good free drive activity to see how it feels. Just like the standard, taxi, and limousine version of the Ford Crown Victoria. But the number 4 edition is also to be well driven as a civilized cop car. But I also took 3 miles to have a good max per level in 280 in 725 horsepower at the top speed of 226 miles per hour. Semi-expert is on the handling, but this cop car is a very good patrol car. It's also to be used on street race event, including Motorflix the Chase. So grab your patrol car and get set to do some training on the streets, because downtown Detroit is perfectly to be on the best place to be on Motor City. But attempt number 1 is a warm-up, but attempt number 2 is about to go challenging to be on a high pace. Let's try to see how 5 cop cars can actually to be well handled to be racing up each other. Okay, there you go. Gonna have to stay in the lead. I hope 4 cop cars are still keep running around on the streets of Detroit. So let's make sure the sirens will turn on to have a good celebration to do some exercise warm-up. But the challenge is about to go hard. Checkpoint clear. Now gonna have to take the left turn. Alright. Feels great to be well on board with a cop car, folks. But speaking of which, I might need some donuts after the event is over. Some say cops really do love donuts when they're doing off-duty. Now, lap number 1 clear. Let's take a faster limit onto the final lap. Okay, close call. Gotta make sure to see some pedestrians are doing something like jaywalking. That one might have the sirens will be turned on in case. Okay, keep coming forward. This is a patrol duty job for this race. Right turn here. Nope, left turn here. Now keep coming straight. Press on and doing some power slide technique to do some coming in onto the tunnel before coming out. One more checkpoint to go. And then the finish line is marked on the podium. Great job. Attempt number 2 to have a real challenge is going to be very higher to be on 100,000 points. Very good job to be updated. So 1 event complete, 5 more to go. I'm so very excited about driving the Interception Unit of the Ford Crown Victoria to be as a cop car. But it is also to be well driven to be on Motorflix the Chase to be doing some takedown jobs to hit the outlaws to be on the streets. So any kinds of disciplines will be usable before taking on with Hypercars is going to be listed for 3. So let's go to take the drip event at Steel Forge plant by using the Koenigsegg Agera R. Just like last time, by using the McLaren MP412C to have a high challenging grip effort to go endurance when taking some clipping points on drifting style. So it's about to go number 2 to see how a Swedish hypercar is going to be a very hard effort to see how long can it take. Gonna have to choose the UDRS Insportec drip style variant and go on the way. So here I come. Event number 2 at Detroit. Let's go hypercar drift. Here I go. Gonna have to ace that course. Going heavy drifting in the Koenigsegg Agera R is going to be a hard effort. Now, let's just going to have to try to stay on track. Hopefully. it'll have to do much smoothly without getting hit by some objects. Alright, that should be good. This part of the corner is going to be very tricky. Come on. I know this is very slow to have building up combo to do some ever long lasted drift combo. $24,000 points added with 634. Okay, so amazing and epic style. One minute left. Come on. Gonna have to master the Agera R to go ever long lasted. 20 times combo could probably have to do some tricky work. Right, there's 35 combo. Slow down. Alright, looks like finally get the hang of it. 30 seconds. Yeah, looks like perfect main objective on the right schedule. Now, let's try this to start out for having a new combo set. Lap number 2 is clear, and going forward on to lap number 3. And stop by 1 second. Ah, man, this is so hard work to see this kind of a drift event, folks. The Koenigsegg Agera R has the steel forge plant, but not yet to be at least to get up onto 100,000 points. 17,781 points to be on the first attempt. I'll make sure I'll leave it as well before at the end of Downtown Pursuit. So it's definitely might be pretty hard to see how a high performance hypercar to take on in steel forge plant at Detroit. But just like the McLaren 12C in the same discipline on the drift, but it takes a lot of hard work if you can probably have to do a correct respawn movement to get up higher by having an ever long lasting combo is doing some major difficult work to see how great you are that you might have to get over onto the top 1000 in this event. So next up, after drift discipline, we're heading up to be at Glacier Park Special Stage to be choosing with any rallycross will be entered to participate. Since we ever raced with the Interception Unit at downtown Detroit, but now it's going to be having two types of Enforcer Unit edition on the rallycross discipline, like the Cadillac Escalade Enforcer Unit and the Chevrolet Camaro C28 1970 to be in the same title. So you can choose any kinds of rally cars to be well participate in this event at the Glacier Park Special Stage, including different kinds of versions like the Cadillac Escalade Enforcer Unit to be part of it. So I'm about to choose this cop SUV car. We'll be outfitted with a UDRS patrol car. We'll be going in to take the lead by having a sirens to be turned on to do the main escort. So let's go and choose any kinds of good strategies to go up higher onto 100,000 points. Let's go.
I don't know why anyone else is even bothering.
Alright, sirens turn on. Let's take my lead and do the main escort. So we have to go faster to be in the nick of time. This part of the race is definitely might have to do a cooperation to be as a 4-car competition. But not just any competition, it's all about driving together to do a main escort to head over onto the destination. Just gonna have to get over to the finish line fast in about a total of length of the time in about under 3 minutes. So I have to hurry. Right turn over here. So let's get ready to go down the hill. Escort strategy makes it matter to see how the Escalade can also to do some pacing efforts. Alright, left turn clear. Just gonna have to keep it easy as it goes. Alright, there you go. Checkpoint clear. Gonna have to keep an eye out. The GPS also to keep on track to have the blue line to be on the route. Okay, next turn at the left. Keep coming down the hill, folks. Whenever it depends when using the Cadillac Escalade or the Chevy Camaro C28 to be on the same Enforcer units, but you guys have already got the C28 Camaro to be labeled as a rallycross, but I didn't get it because I'm always gonna have to go interest with the Cadillac Escalade because an SUV cop car is very good to be well designed to have some different liveries. Just like the San Francisco police car from Driver San Francisco. It works perfectly just like any other cop cars to be on the streets. But this one in the Crew 2 to be outfitted as a rallycross discipline. But I didn't get the Camaro C28 from Season 1, Episode 2 to be part on the main update to be as a subcategory. But don't worry. I'm always moving on to have all kinds of new stuff to be currently in Season 5 of Motorplex. And oh boy, that's the Buffalo. Thank goodness. Luckily, I just barely saw it coming, so I have to keep a good focus on the dirt trail. Okay, looks like 3 minutes passed, so we're almost there at the final destination. Gonna have to be here on time. But I know I had to change it up by having a main destination by over 3 minutes and 30 seconds, and here it is. 17.528 seconds to be on the arrival spot. Alright, looks like that should be quite good enough to have 100,000 points to be added by 3,507 points. Third event complete in a different discipline, and that means 3 rounds in the Hypercar discipline is about to go fast. So which Hypercar event should I probably have to go with? My guess, I have to choose the Jaguar CX-75 concept will be at the South Trip. Definitely, the list of the events does not show to have related locations around in the areas of the Midwest. But, alright. Now, only one standard version of the Jaguar CX-75 concept without the Lunar Year Edition. Just gonna have to stick with this hypercar to have a good maximum performance in 320. So let's choose this hypercar and go on to be at the South Trip to see how faster can it go. Here it is. The highway battle goes on to have 3 interception units, including 1 road car in the hypercar discipline. Let's kick it up from 0 to 60 miles per hour to go beyond into 200 miles to take the lead. Alright. Looks like we have some 3 interception units of the Ford GT 2017, Bugatti Chiron, and the Lamborghini Benio will be part of it to be as a main pursuit chasers to catch up onto the Jaguar CX-75 concept will be forced to slow down. But not at this moment because this event goes extreme to be on a highway battle to see how faster can it go to have some most evaded efforts since the first installment of the crew, but also to be as a roleplay in the live summon to see how 3 cop cars in action. But they still try to catch up onto my leading position because going velocity to have some nitro to be well speeded up. Alright, checkpoint clear. Now take the left side of the highway. Gonna make sure to drive carefully. Okay, very good. Now, how are they doing? They still actually try to keep up because they still got a lot of speed to have some acceleration if they can probably. So you see, any kinds of racing games that are related to do some chase like Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. But I bet you guys really love the Hot Pursuit of Need for Speed. It's all about doing some battles between a street racer and a cop racer is also to be battled out to do some ways to see how the strategy can actually to be well survived, or just gonna have to slow down to do some takedowns if they can probably have to do some cooperation with strategies to see how two sides on one race to see how many drivers can also to be doing some perfection, or just gonna have to drive to disperse for breaking the law to be driving on the highways. But it was a lot of fun to see some action. But hopefully, if I could probably have to try out Need for Speed Hot Pursuit at any time later in the future, but it might be depends to have some choices. Just only for me, for my opinion. Okay, looks like after breaking through on to the halfway point, now climbing up on to 70% in the progression. Okay, there you go. That was a close call. Just gonna have to wait for the standby before the nitro is good to go. Here's the straightaway. Gonna take it. Stay on top by over 270 miles per hour. Okay, sharp turn up ahead. It's about to go tricky, so just gonna have to drive maintain. Here comes the highway hairpin. Okay, still in the mountain states. We'll get there in the west coast in about a few miles left. Checkpoint clear, and here we are, leaving the mountain states, and we're heading up in the west coast at Salton Sea. Full nitro, here I go. Kick it up in the high gear towards the final stretch. That's more like it. 4 minutes and 10.932 seconds while evading from 3 interception units. But it was so close to get up onto 100,000 points since the first attempt. We'll be putting up a new one to be on the cliff. And that's how high-speed chase works in the live summon, folks. Choosing different hypercars means driving away from 3 different versions of the Interception Unit. Next up, after the south trip for the Jaguar CX-75 concept, the Lamborghini Aventador is about to go for another round to be at a different location on to the south of New Orleans. Since we enjoyed from participate in the Mitsubishi Motors Edict from last season, but now it's going to be going normal time to have a 1v3 for round 2 for the Interception Unit to have a different hypercar to have a next primary target. Choosing the Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4 will be step in to be on this event to be at the south. Perfect time to have an all-wheel drive hypercar will be very good to be on the road, but make sure you're gonna have to drive clean after doing some clean overtake from 3 interception cars is gonna be a very good place to start out to be on the high-speed action. But also to do some challenging when you're driving on the road, so better make sure to get ready because 3 seconds to be on the starting grid before kick it up from 0 to 200 miles per hour to go velocity.
Fingers are crossed.
Alright, let's do this. And I hope 3 interception cars can actually turn the sirens on, and that means the chase is about to go action to be on the nighttime in the streets. Better drive carefully. Always gonna have to master every corners when we're racing in the road to New Orleans. Okay, slow and steady. Left turn clear. Now for the right corner. Gonna regain control. Better have to make the next right after crossing the rail. The go avenue speed before the road is about to squeeze in. Checkpoint clear. Okay, left turn by the corner. Now for the right corner. Gonna have to expand the minimap to see how the interception car is doing. One of their teammates is going left behind. Only two of them left standing. Cooperation makes the difference. Okay, let's go in there and take that straightaway before going up the hill. And about a few more miles before we're about to head out onto the avenue to be on the main road, so we could probably have to take some tight corners when pulling up the brake. That's how Clean Racing do perfectly when doing a chase since the first installment of the crew. Now Nitro is good to go. Gonna have to wait for the standby. Any moment. Checkpoint clear. And now we hit the avenue. Perfect hypercar advantage. Just gonna have to go extended to be on the asphalt. Keep at it. Stay on top in about 200 range of the speed. Coming in onto the bayou. Checkpoint clear. Now gonna have to use the nitro. Very good respawn handling. Here comes the next turn. Gonna slow down. Excellent respawn. Got it. Now, checkpoint clear. Let's go back to the road and take the next turn at the right. Well, of course, I really do not want to get cocky because this race is all about doing some reference for having a high-speed chase. Going full speed. Sharp turn coming in. Take this part of the road street to do a bus stop. %10 to go by the remaining folks. Let's catch up. New Orleans is now arrived at the destination before the finish line comes. Alright. One more push. Final stretch after the last checkpoint. And here we are. Such perfect arrival and an excellent turn. Okay, looks like this makes the perfect cooldown time for the Lamborghini Aventador LP700-4. Almost to be at 100,000 points is perfectly checked and complete. Okay, 2 hypercar event complete and checked, and that means one more to go is going to be on the mixed event at Electric City. But before that, after taking 2 road hypercar is doing some best high-speed chase to be on the pursuit, so I'll make sure I'll have to switch over to be in the law enforcement. Double check again on the performance and switch things back on to have some exchange on the Lamborghini Benio Interception Unit. Save for only 1 patrol car is going to be well featured. So let's go and take on Electric City in Chicago before we head back to the Midwest. Sounds like a very good place to have some hypercars is doing a good high-speed chase to catch up with 2 road car versions. But now, after having some successful high-speed pursuit as a racer, but now it's about to be switching sides to be carried over onto law enforcement. Gonna have to grab the Lamborghini Benio Interception Unit with a UDRS patrol car is about to go action to do some demonstration. Let's go and grab your patrol car, folks. The mixed event at Electric City in Chicago will go on to take the action to see some patrol cars to do an excellent race.
3, 2,
Let's start the engine, turn the sirens on, and let's do this.
Fingers are crossed.
Heck yeah, the cop car is ready to go on the destination arrival. Gonna have to go quick in the nick of time to stay in the asphalt, but I'm so glad this hypercar is a very good super state patrol unit to be well driven in the afternoons and the highways. Take the next left at the street, keep coming forward, and here comes the jump. Gonna ace it. Very good. Now gonna have to do the next turn, will be at the different street. Checkpoint clear. Gonna have to go again. Directions between left and right is also to be doing some navigation routes to do some corners to be on this course. Just like any kinds of different teams summoned onto this event is also to do some different varieties. All patrol units be advised, Hyperion-Blue-GT is in the lead and the Lamborghini Benio is now taking on for having a first position on the podium spot. But don't worry, I'm just gonna have to do a roleplay to be as a patrol car because I'm just gonna have to speak to the control. Alright? Never mind that, so I'll have to stay on racing before staying focused in the goal. Alright, absolutely good job without having a contact by a construction mark. Right turn is going clear. Proceed. Time to use the nitro again. That's the spirit. Checkpoint clear. Take the right turn. 75% in the progression is getting closer for only 25 to go. Another checkpoint clear. Stay on track. This part of the event to be used as a cop car, just like the reference from Driver 2 back in the day from the early 2000s. But of course, it was a lot of nostalgia moments to do some chase around in Chicago. But we're almost there. The final stretch is just right up ahead. Let's take it. 3 minutes have passed, and a successful podium finish to have 30 motor stars earned. Good job, and training complete. Not bad. Looks like 3 minutes and 21.640 seconds to be well driven by staying on the asphalt. So that makes the final event in Downtown Pursuit is perfectly complete at the Platinum. Feels good to be driving with cop cars to be featured in the live summon, including the Ford Crown Victoria is part of it as well. But especially to have two hypercars to be on the high-speed chase to be staying in the lead. But it might be possible to have a 2v2 battle between the cops versus racer to be on the streets. Is going to be doing some hard work effort strategy to see some competition ways to be part in the live summon. So I'm so glad that Platinum category rank is perfectly to be at ranked 6,114 place in 5 hours before the event is over. After Downtown Pursuit, Next up, Salem's ride is about to go spooky to have a different theme of a Halloween background. But it has a light rooftop with the name Salem in it as a rare vanity. Let's have a good look for the preview. There's the BMAX 1700, Cadillac Escalade, and the touring car Discipline. Okay, looks like that should be quite good enough to have more disciplines, including 2 street race and an Alpha Grand Prix with a touring car will be part of it. But I'm so glad to do some high-speed chase. It is going to be so alive after choosing different sides between the street racer or law enforcement in downtown pursuit before it's going to be a very long time to do some project preparation before doing some mass upload onto my channel. But I'll make sure there will be some more events will be coming soon, so I have to make sure to do some catch up by having some uploads before doing some preparations to have more events will be coming in to be in the Crew 2. Thank you for watching on my video in the Crew 2, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like Deviant Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS livery, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be see you guys next time on the live summit event in the Crew 2, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.